let's just jump right in. Hello, 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 hello. All right, all right. International Eat Dog Girl, this one's for you. No, but let's talk about Salt Lake City. Well, specifically the Housewives of Salt Lake City. Well, specifically those who are the cast members of Housewives of Salt Lake City. Because none of them are actually housewives, obviously. Although, let's talk about it anyway. No, okay. So I watched the finale yesterday. First of all, they took like 15 weeks off. I don't know what happened. I understand the holidays. So, I guess I shouldn't say I don't know what happened, because I'm assuming, they're on break for the holidays. And when I say they're on break, like, obviously, like, the show's already filmed. I just mean, like, on the releasing date, because I feel like they skipped 2 weeks. Like all the housewives, but that could be false. But I watched the finale. So let's just talk about the season as a whole. Or actually, it's going to be all over the place. It's a ramble, so it's fine. Let's start with Heather Gay. She is the definition of drama. She, like, this whole cast to me, and maybe because it's like the newest or one of the newest, or I don't know what it is, but everything is so like dramatic and like drawn out, and it's very like television. It's like that. I feel like they go into like a writer's room beforehand, and they're like, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that. Like during this finale, when they all went to the beach, and Heather like had them out there to talk to them, and like all their reactions did not seem genuine. It felt like they had already been told this information, and then the camera crew was like, okay, let's go film it at the beach. So I'm like, how did they get this? Like, how did Monica and Angie like not see what? Like, I don't know. It just felt strange. But and then Heather, she's always very like just drama. Like she does everything in the most dramatic way, and it's always like, no guys, seriously, no guys, seriously, no, or I'm not gonna tell you, or she speaks like in code or in like innuendos, or like leaves things open ended so that people can like just kind of I don't use the word guess, but like fill in the gaps. Just like she did with the whole black eye thing. Like the black eye thing was a big thing the whole entire season, and then she never gave a real answer like the whole season. And then now all of a sudden, season finale time, she's like, "Ooh, bitch, it's time to pump it up." What I did not see coming. Okay, what I did not see coming is the gag of Miss Monica being like a part of this Instagram account situation. Like it's like she literally infiltrated, which like I kind of knew that because like if you started out as like Jen's friend / sister or whatever, and then you like sold her out all the information to get on the show, it's kind of like, okay, like you knew what you were doing. And I'm not saying it in a way to defend Jen, because like Jen should have been sold out obviously and like reported on, but the way she did it was in such like a hey, look at me, expose this person kind of way, and less like a hey, look what this person did to all of these people. You know what I mean? Like it was very like the way she talked about it seemed like it was like like it was a lot for her own benefit. And then, oh my god, okay, then today I was on X, formerly known as Twitter, and there was a video of Monica. I think she was like recording her mom. I'm pretty sure I was recording it. It was recording her mom, which is sus that the video is out now, because I'm like, did you release it? I didn't look into that part, but like even in the video, she's like talking about how, Lori, who I'm assuming is like a producer or something, was like, yeah, she, as in Monica, like brought it, and the other girls like were lacking, and had like Monica was saying how it's a TV show, I gotta do it over the show, and the mom was like, Monica's mom, a terrible lady, well, I shouldn't say terrible lady, I should say a very, very hurt lady in need of a lot of intensive healing. Her and Monica, which I'm assuming again comes from her mom's mom. But my dog she's so annoying. But Monica's mom was like, you show. Like, you did it. She was like, you know, but you're acting. This is a job. Like, you're on the show. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do this. Like, very much like, you know, feeding into the fact that she's like a character on the show. She needs to bring it. And then Monica was also saying how she's like a character on the show and needs to bring it, which is true. In which, like, I know that, and I know that they know that. Especially like the longer the show goes on, the more like Bravo/Andy gives us like behind the scenes information, if that makes sense. Like in the first few seasons, you know, it was like you had to act like the cameras weren't there. And like now, like the past few seasons, like on all the shows, like on the reunions and everything, they show the whole like, you know, like the whole production of it all, like reunion days, like how they are like prepped and get ready and all that, and how they take breaks and what they do during the breaks. And then like even like now they'll show like they'll let the fourth wall break, like they'll show like the producer asking the cast members questions, or they'll show the cast members talking to the crew. You know, as long as it like makes it seem more dramatic. But so it's like I know that they know that they are doing a lot of stuff for TV, which makes it a little bit better in my opinion, because I'm like, I feel less guilty for sinking my teeth into these people's lives. But it was crazy to like watch her talk like blatantly about it. But okay, so in case you haven't, like, say you watched Salt Lake City, or you did, or you know of Salt Lake City, but you're not watching it. So they had a new cast member this season. Her name is Monica. She was besties with Jen Shaw, who is currently incarcerated for like fraud, essentially scamming elderly people into giving money to some fake cause or something. I don't know. So she was also friends, like Jen Shaw was also friends, obviously, with this cast of women because she was on the show, and then Angie K. So both Angie K and Monica are on this season. Angie K was like a friend of like the last couple of seasons, or at least last season. Monica came out of like presumably nowhere. So, you know, Monica, her whole thing was like, you know, I'm not rich like these other bitches. I'm me. But I want to be rich, and I am going to cry about how I went to the Louis Vuitton store and bought a bag because I want to keep up with people. And that I get, like, I get that. And her mother was like, it's really like verbally abusive. It's like scary and sad to watch. Especially because her mom can put up a good front. Like, you wouldn't think that until you get them like one-on-one or behind closed doors. And then her mom just like unleashes this terror. But you can tell, like, you know, I'm in my psychology back these days, but you can tell like that's the way that she was treated. And she's like trying to like, I don't know like for sure, but it feels like she's like trying to like take back that. I don't know, she's like trying to take back the power that was used against her, or she's like trying to, like, I don't know what it is, but like you would think she hates her daughter. It's crazy. And she might, I don't know. But anyway, so Monica, she's like ebbed and flow because she has I wouldn't say she has a bad temper. She does not have a strong control over her emotions. But none of them do. That's why we watch the show. For her, it's different because she is new and obviously brown. I know her. I'm pretty sure she's Portuguese on her mom's side. And I forgot what her dad's side is, but I know she's like half Portuguese and something else. But like somewhere in, I want to say somewhere in South America, but that could be my own ignorance. But it's something, and I know like her mom's side of the family like lived in Bermuda and everything. But she's like, she speaks Portuguese, and she's much more tender than the rest of the cast besides Mary. So I think, and she's new, she's young, she's got, you know, like so whenever she does something, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe she did it. I can't believe she said that. But then like 2 minutes later, Lisa, Meredith, Heather, Whitney could do the same thing. And it's like, oh, you know, like it's not a big deal. So I didn't give her a hard time for that. And eventually, like, but I liked her, and I was like, And then I saw the way her mom treated her, and I said, okay, this makes sense. I can ride with her. But they revealed on the finale, so Heather had found out that social media page that like airs out all of like the Salt Lake City Housewives like dirty laundry, and then also like spreads rumors, whether they're true or not. Like I had never heard of it, but like they had a name and they all knew about it because apparently this account was like horrendous. And so they like gagged her because they were like, "Bitch, we know it's you. We know you're behind this page." And so they were like, "Yeah, bitch, you said you." They didn't say that, but like you were actually yes, like you were tormenting me and my family for all these years. You were bullying. They like all used the word cyberbullying, so it was like pretty intense. And even though like they're celebrities and rich and whatever, like they still can be victims of cyberbullying. Like I won't take that away from them. And what they were describing does indeed sound like cyberbullying. So I was like, oh damn, that's tough. Like that is crazy to like think that somebody that you were hanging out with, like they are in Bermuda. They were supposed to meet her family. Like they were like they were celebrating. They threw her like a little birthday dinner situation. Like they really brought her in, and it turns out that she was behind this account that was like dragging and exposing them, and like she like basically used the show to like infiltrate, which is crazy. And then she was like, well, okay, fine, but it wasn't just me. I just talked about Jen Shaw, and that's it. The rest of the page is ran by, such and such, which is like one of her best friends / employees. So it's like, girl, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. If you are involved in the page and you know what's going on in the page, like what's posted is, even if it's not what your view is, it's you co-signing or condoning it. And then especially if you're like not going to say anything and you know these things are being spread and you know how harmful it is, and you're sitting around these people with your lips pursed like, I don't know what they're talking about. Like, that is crazy. So yeah, it turns out she was behind the page, and so they all like were exposing her, and she finally admitted that. Well, she have admitted. She was like, okay, well, like I said, she said she only talked about Jen Shaw ever and not the other women, and that may be true. And like I get what she was trying to say. She was saying, hey, it's not my page, it's my friend's page. I just sent her stuff on Jen so she can post on there. But when you see all the other stuff the page is doing, it's kind of like, that's not gonna work, girl. I'm sorry, but it's not okay, and it's not right, and it's also not okay. So yeah, that was crazy. And so the reunion is going to be a 3-parter, of course. So I know they're going to spend a lot of time on that. I hope they don't make us wait till part 3. I want them to just get in front of it, because I don't know. Like, I feel like it's going to be awkward sitting there and not addressing that the whole time. But I'm not a producer. Who knows what they have planned. Some other major plot points this season. It started off with Meredith and Whitney going back and forth about a stupid bathtub, but they got over that. Meredith was on the trip to Bermuda, which again, I didn't know Bermuda was like such a beautiful, like real place. Like, I'm not gonna lie, no hands, but I thought, hold on. I thought it was like, all I knew of was the Bermuda Triangle and like shipwrecks. So I thought it was just like a watery, like I thought it was just water, and it was an actual island still that was like, people lived there. I thought it was just like a literal, like a triangle in the ocean, like a area between 3 different islands. I don't know, it was an actual island. So they're in Bermuda. Meredith is, so she arrives and she's all sick, when in reality she just took 1 too many sleeping pills on the plane. And she did this whole thing. She was so dramatic in bed. She had to get an IV and everything. And Meredith, I don't want to, for the sake of legalities, I'm going to say allegedly, because to me it appears allegedly that she is always HIGH on something. Like, she always looks like she just took a fresh dose of like Klonopin or Prozac or something, but like double what her prescription would be. Like, she's just always, like, she's always talking like this, and she never really is making coherent sentences, and she just kind of like loses her point, and she doesn't really get fazed by much. And it's like, girl, the drugs, they're heavy. What else? So, but originally they thought Meredith was behind an Instagram page that was like sending fake DMs and everything. But that is separate from this reality Von Tease or whatever the fuck they were talking about that Monica's behind. So I still feel like Meredith can be behind it. It's one of those things where I'm like that. No, there's no way. But there's also like they're so convinced and it's their lives, and I'm like, bitch, you know, Phil walks like a duck. So I hope they bring that up at the reunion too. See what Meredith has to say for herself. But yeah, it was a doozy. I'm very excited for the reunion. I'll do a recap of the reunion. What else happened? They were in Bermuda. They accused Angie. They've been in Bermuda for 14 months. They accused Angie K of being in the Green Mafia. But then it was like it was very much like a who said that situation where Monica was like, well, Meredith said it. And Meredith was like, well, no, bitch. Monica said it to me. And so it was just a lot. Lisa, she was over Meredith. She said, hey, Meredith, we're done. We're done. She called her a liar and all that stuff, which is probably still true. But they like moved forward. But with the whole like reality Von Teese thing, they never like came back to Meredith to like discuss it. So that was strange. What else? This season was fun. They really brought it. Like it had its drama, but it was also like fun to watch, and I liked that they were talking about stuff like we got to see and like learn about Jack going on his mission. Because you know they're not all of them, but Lisa's Mormon and her kids are Mormon. So her oldest son is going on a mission to Cuba. So we get to hear about that and that process. We got to hear about like how Heather is like you know, because she's been disavowing the Mormon church, but then she's like upset that Lisa doesn't want to include her on things about the church. And it was like, okay. And like Lisa was trying to explain like how she's like a New Age Mormon, like she's still Mormon just because she doesn't. Like Heather, I see where she's coming from. Heather's like, well, girl, you're not really Mormon because you didn't do this, and this. And I think Heather's more so upset because she denounced the church and like got excommunicated and like wrote this book and everything. Meanwhile, Lisa still gets to be like considered Mormon and still like do the things she wants to do and have freedom. Like she can still drink and she can still go out and she can still wear whatever she wants to wear and talk how she wants to talk and all that stuff, but still like worships God and goes to church and everything. And so for Heather, it's like this like dichotomy that she can't, or this dissonance really, that she can't like resolve, because she's like, well, no, I left the church because it was this horrible, and you're staying because you have this experience. Well, because you're having this experience, you're not really Mormon. And Lisa's like, yeah, girl, I am. I'm just not, you know, that kind of Mormon. It's kind of like Orthodox, right? And she's like basically unorthodox, which I think is fine. Like, I don't understand why. I mean, I do understand. Heather's like trying to police like how she like wears her Mormonism, which I get, because in Heather's eyes, like, there's only one true way to be Mormon, and that's what she was like fed and preached and taught to, and it's what made her leave. But Lisa's like, girl, that sucks, but that's not me. And Heather won't let that like go. So I'm sure they'll talk about that. Hopefully Heather finds some resolve there. Whitney, can't stand her. She's going through the same things. Her and her husband. Angie K, her husband was accused of being gay. Because he's a hairstylist. Meredith, bathtubs. Her son is actually gay. So she like won some GLAAD award. She was so excited about it, which was cute. Yeah, I really enjoyed this season. I cannot believe Monica. So I want to know like what's going to happen next, because she's like, it's scary. It's scary because like one of your friends, somebody you considered a friend, like you found out she's like this giant scammer schemer and has like been lying to you and is now like in prison. Like, that's crazy. And then you have this new girl who comes in, you're okay, we're gonna open our arms, we're gonna be nice, and then it turns out she lied the entire time about who she was. Like, and there was like more in there about like how she's like stolen, or at least she was with somebody when they stole from Meredith at the store, and then she went to the Meredith store like, oh girl, this is my first time being here. But on the footage, she's at the store. So it's like, it's scary, because it's like, damn, who can you actually trust then? I guess Lisa should have had her cybersecurity team do a check. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the reunion wraps it all up. And I'm assuming that Monica won't be invited back next season unless she has some excellent, like, explanations plus apologies at the reunion. And I think she also has the. Let me finish my statement. She has, like, the. I don't want to say the benefit, but we have to be conscious about the abuse she has suffered from her mother, which is hard because Monica's like a grown woman with her own kids, and she, like, did this heinous thing with the social media pages and whatever. But I think when they, like, replay some of the footage and they talk about her mom and stuff, I think she will gain some sympathy, and I think the sympathy is, I think it's, like, earned. Like, I don't think it's unnecessary sympathy. Like, she has been, like, from what I've seen on camera, from literally just, like, a couple, like, 2 or 3 scenes, plus a video she put out today, I can only imagine what, like, she went through as a child, and still now. Like, that's not on camera, you know? In the video, they both talk horribly to each other, but it's like, where, you know, that obviously started somewhere. So, we'll see how she ropes that into the Fontees thing, but on that note, the environment for the most part has been kind to me by letting me record without too much distraction or noise. My dog is in my, you can hear her, she's like trying to lick. I was petting her during this video, and then I stopped because my hand got tired, and every time I stop, she keeps trying to get my hand back, and so you can hear her begging ass at the microphone. Hi girl, what's up? Hi. You want to say hi to the people? What you gotta say? Now you want to move your face from the mic. Talk. Rah, 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 rah. No. That's what I thought. Okay, hopefully this video wasn't too loud. Hopefully the mic situation, like, I'm holding it this time, so hopefully it's not too, like, strange. Not strange, but, like, too, like, so a lot of other people, like Nick and the ASMR outdoorsmen, like, they hold their microphones in their videos, and I don't hear, like, a lot of mic sounds, but I feel like, watch this, when I do mine, I feel like, to me, it feels like I'm playing the drums if I move it a little bit, but that could just be me, who knows. Oh fuck, okay, well, on that note, I'm gonna go head out, so, until next time, hope you enjoy Salt Lake City, hope you enjoy this video. My friend just texted me, so we are Housewives girlies, and she texted me, it looks like 17 minutes ago, so while I was recording, she said, okay, wow, which means she just watched the finale, so I really gotta go now.